Hey there, not sure where this is going to go exactly, but I do want to talk about the thief, the lies, and your role in creation. John 10:10, uncensored. The scene is the garden of your mind versus the serpent's whisper. Oh, family, this is so Genesis meets John moment. Let's dive deep into John 10:10, where Yeshua exposes everything. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. So, the original deception, lies as seeds, not trees. So let's get real about what happened in that garden. The serpent didn't force Eve to eat that fruit. He planted a seed of doubt. Did God really say? Genesis 3:1. That seed wasn't reality. It was a probability waiting for a human to cooperate. The serpent had no power to make that lie real until Adam and Eve chose to water it, fertilize it, and harvest its fruit. And boom! This is exactly what John 10:10 is exposing. The thief doesn't create any reality. He just suggests an alternative narrative and waits for you to co-create it. So the mind as creator equals the image of God being distorted. Are you with me? Oh, but we stay missing the truth, don't we? When Yahweh created humans in his image, Genesis 1:27, what was the first thing he showed about himself? His creative power. Let there be. And it was. It's almost shocking, the power, the responsibility, the divine reflection of it all. You already know how this scene plays out. Yahweh speaks and reality forms. Humans speak internally and externally, and our reality forms. The serpent cannot create. He can only suggest. But Yeshua already showed you the script for this one. When Satan came at him in the wilderness with those lying probabilities, what did Yeshua do? He refused to co-create them. It is written, Matthew 4, 7, 10. Every lie that Satan offered was a probability. You could turn these breads into stone, you know. You could jump and be caught by angels. Hey, you could rule all the kingdoms of the world. Each one required Yeshua's participation to become reality. And he declined the partnership. So dramatic, but I love it. So dramatic. Here's the devastating truth. We are co-creators with whatever we choose. The sobering reality is loud, isn't it? The realization that what we've been creating with the enemy, building prisons with our own minds, manifesting the very destruction that Yeshua came to prevent. Everything is swirling now, isn't it? But this is your creative power. And Yahweh's original design? It was for abundant life. In Deuteronomy 30:19, Moses lays it bare. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life. The options are presented, but you determine which one materializes in your experience. So what do? You recognize your role as co-creator. You become ruthlessly aware of whose narrative you're partnering with. And you start creating with Yeshua instead of the thief. Because you are literally building your reality one thought at a time. You are turning invisible seeds into visible forests through the power of your attention and agreement. The mind revolution. Paul's warfare insight in 2 Corinthians 10:3 and 5. Paul saw this and he understood that the battlefield wasn't external but internal. He said, demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take that captive, every thought, to make it obedient to Christ. He knew that thoughts aren't just thoughts. They're building materials for your reality. The old you, maybe you've been blaming circumstances, people, and even the devil for your reality. But this you're accepting the terrifying responsibility that you co-sign these realities, and you're recognizing that lies have no power unless you become their power source. You're reclaiming your creative authority to partner with Yeshua instead. Yeshua never blamed the thief for people's destruction. He exposed the thief's method, and he offered an alternative partnership. And that offer stands for you right now. And here's the closing scene. You, the creator, choosing your partner. Take a deep breath. Look around at the reality you've been living in. And you recognize how much of it you've co-created with the wrong partner. You smile, remembering Yeshua's promise. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10:10. And then you begin dismantling the lies that you've empowered. And you start consciously creating with the author of life instead of the author of lies. And when those old thought patterns try to recruit you as a co-creator, you just smirk and you whisper under your breath, not today, Satan. I'm creating with Yeshua now. Cut! That's your creative reality. That's your creative authority. And this is what it looks like to reclaim your role as image bearer of the Creator. The thief has a business model, suggests lies, and recruit humans as co-creators. And Yeshua has a mission. Expose the business model and recruit you back to your original purpose. Here's a Yahweh wisdom tip. Your first step, start a creation audit. For 1 week, at the end of each day, identify 3 negative realities that you experienced and trace them back to lies you empowered to create them. Then, consciously demolish those thought fortresses and replace them with Yeshua's truth. Remember, what you focus on expands because you are literally creating it. So remember to shift from creating death to creating life. Text me, image restored, if you want to schedule a session where we'll identify the primary lies that you've been empowering and reclaim your creative authority as Yahweh's image bearer. Okay? Keep creating with the right partner, family. The abundant life isn't just handed to you. It's actually co-created with Yeshua. And when you stop building with the thief, you're going to see beautiful things. I love you so freaking much. Oh, and here's a PS. The Greek word for full in John 10:10 is perissimos, and it means super abundant, expansive, overflowing, beyond measure. And that's what you create when you partner with life instead of lies. I love you. See you next time.